We all make choices all the time. They could be something small like your choice to watch this video, or something more important. But every moment of your life you're making a choice. And so am I. The chain of decisions I made has brought me to where I am right now. I'm a game developer. And lately I've been feeling like I wanna be more open with people. And that's why I'm here. And that's why you're here. And I hope you'll enjoy the time we spent together. So, I'm trying to make a co-op game that you can play with your friends and have fun. It's going to be a roguelike, but the project is still in early stages, and a lot of things here are not done yet. So we'll dive in details in the next episodes, and this one will be the pilot. Currently I'm focused on character customization and equipment, and that's what we'll be talking about today. I'm using Unreal Engine. I really like how much of it is made with multiplayer in mind. But another thing I appreciate is how Epic Games brings solid AAA practice into the engine. And one of those things is Mutable plugin that came out in 5.5 version. This plugin handles the character's appearance in my game, and it does a lot of complicated stuff. But in simple words, it takes a bunch of models and combines them into one object. But it's not just basic combining. It allows you to define rules for how different elements should work together. For example, you can make pants fit well with boots, prevent close clipping issues, or even create customizable tattoo. And it can be used not only for characters, but for weapons, cars, buildings, or whatever else you need. So it's incredibly flexible, and on top of that, the plugin solves many technical issues. It dynamically generates new meshes, materials, textures,
takes care about resource loading, all the stuff that is
So yeah, the Mutable plugin is a really powerful tool. And I think this level of quality is something we usually see in games like Cyberpunk, for example. So it's professional, high-tier stuff. And personally for me, it's kinda game changer. Indie game developers haven't been able to do such cool things before. But now it's here, and we can use it. In my game, I have a pretty simple customization system. Players will only be able to choose armor, helmet, and basic appearance features such as hairstyle and face. But even with this simple system, there can be quite complex cases. Here I have a rock hood, and if I simply put it on the character, this is what I get. As you can see, the facial layer goes through the mask, and here we have hair too, and there's also a second hood that comes with the armor. But thanks to the Mutable plugin, we can fix all of this, and it's actually pretty easy to do. Here's a quick example with this hairstyle. I want to remove the ponytail, and all I have to do is just add modifier to the hood's customizable object, and then set up which part of the hair I want to cut off. Everything inside this box will be removed, and that's it. Now we have a good looking hairstyle with this hood, and it's really that easy.
Not bad. Not bad at all. We can now choose how our heroes look. But that, dear listener, is only half the deal. The rest? Well, let me tell you a story. Here's John. And lucky for him, John just find out a shiny armor. And look at that. It should give him 10 health and 5 armor. But oh, what a pickle. This certainly isn't John's luckiest day. All because the Mutable customization plugin can't give John those attributes. You see, it only meddles with appearances, nothing more. But fret not, my friend. I've no doubt. you've got what it takes to build your own system that'll fix this whole mess.
Okie dokie.
So I had to put my C++ skills into this, and to be honest, a lot of work has been done here, but in the end I've got my own plugin that solves three big problems. First, it checks requirements, whether the player can equip an item or not. Second, it can affect game logic, so I can give the player some abilities or attributes. And finally, since I'm making a multiplayer game, all of this has to work over the network, so it handles network application. And after all of that, my system tells the Mutable plugin how the character should look like. Now when the player equips an item, I can do basically anything. And at this point, the equipment system is complete. I also made the interface. Right now it looks very rough, but if you focus on the functionality, you'll see that there are actually a lot of small details here. For example, it already supports gamepad input, and also icons for items are captured at runtime. I like this approach. It lets me render icons based on the current body type and color, and I don't have to manually make icons for every single item. As I said, all of this works over the network. It uses a server authority model. That means all decisions are made on the server, and the other clients simply receive the results. Here's a quick demo how it works. When I change my appearance, you can see that it instantly updates for other clients as well. And I already tested it through the network with my friends, and it works well.
Bruh.
And by the way, you can find all these models at the link in the description, so if you feel like you can make better games than mine, let's go! The process of game development isn't easy, and sometimes it asks too much of you. And even though we don't always make the right choices, we can always choose to try again and move on. So that's it. That's how the character equipment and customization systems works in my game, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the like button or the dislike. It's very important for me, because that's what keeps me motivated. That's what I'm working for, and it helps me get better. And of course, thank you for watching, and see you next.